Hello and welcome. I am a hotel AI expert, and I'm pleased to welcome all students of Europe Hotel School to your online learning journey. Today we're going to tackle something that is absolutely critical in the hotel industry. How do you stop your digital marketing budget from just vanishing and instead turn it into a real profit engine for the hotel? All right, let's get into it.
It's a question that every single hotel owner, every operator has to grapple with. We pour all this money into our online channels, right? Google Ads, social media, the whole shebang. But at the end of the day, how do you really know that money is bringing guests in the door and not just, poof, gone?
And that's what we call the digital marketing black hole. It's this place where your budget just gets sucked into these fuzzy ideas like brand awareness. There's no clear, measurable return on that investment. You feel like you're doing something, you're spending the money, but you can't point to a single booking and say, that came from this. And for a hotel owner, believe me, that is a huge problem.
Okay, so this is where someone like the owner's representative becomes absolutely vital. Their job is so much more than just watching over the day-to-day. No, their real mission is to protect the owner's investment. And how do they do that? By demanding accountability for every single dollar spent. And guess which department often has a big budget with some, let's say, unclear returns? Yep, marketing is usually right there at the top of the list.
So here's the bottom line. The owner's rep has to connect the dots. They have to bridge that gap between what's being spent on marketing and the actual revenue coming in. Their whole mission is to make sure that marketing budget isn't just another line item, another expense. It has to be treated as an investment, one that has to produce a real, measurable, and profitable return for the owner.
All right, so how do they actually do that? Well, one of the first and most critical places you have to look is right at the heart of the booking battle, OTAs versus direct bookings, the online travel agencies against your own website. Believe me, this is where the war for profitability is really won or lost.
Think of it like this. On one hand, you've got the big players, the OTAs, like Expedia and Booking.com. And look, we need them. They're essential. They bring in a ton of guests. But, and this is a big but, they come at a very steep price in the form of high commissions. Then, on the other hand, you have your hotel's own website. This is, without a doubt, your most profitable channel. Why? Because the cost to get that customer to book is just so much lower.
And when I say a steep price, what are we really talking about? Well, we're talking about commissions that can be anywhere from 15% all the way up to 25% of every single booking that comes through them. Just let that sink in for a second. Up to a quarter of the revenue from that room is gone, just vanished, before you even see it. That's a huge chunk of your profit.
And that's why this is so important. The goal, the strategic imperative, has to be shifting that balance. A really effective owner's rep is going to be the one who constantly, and I mean constantly, pushes the hotel operator to beef up that direct channel. They need to capture more and more of that super profitable direct business.
Okay, so you're probably thinking, how do we actually do that? Well, it's not about gut feelings or what you think is working. It's all about the data. So let's open up the Analyst Toolkit, and I'm going to show you the key metrics you absolutely have to master if you want to evaluate your marketing efforts properly.
All right, first tool in the box, customer acquisition cost. We just call it CAC. It's actually pretty simple. It tells you exactly how much you had to spend, let's say on a Google Ads campaign, to get one person to book directly on your website. That's it. It's the price you paid to win that one customer.
And this, right here, leads us to what is maybe the single most important question you can ask about your entire marketing spend. Is your direct CAC, the cost to get a booking yourself, higher than the commission you would have just paid an OTA for that exact same booking? If the answer to that question is yes, well, you've got a really serious problem with your strategy.
Just take a look at this chart. This shows you that exact problem in black and white. So in this scenario, the hotel is paying a 20% commission to the OTAs. But look over here. It's actually spending 22% of the booking value to get a customer to book directly. Think about that. You are literally losing more money getting a direct booking than you would by just paying the OTA. This is a massive red flag. It's a huge signal that your entire strategy needs to be torn down and reevaluated from the ground up.
Okay, another key metric you've got to watch is your website's conversion rate. Again, sounds fancy, but it's simple and incredibly powerful. All it means is this. Of all the people who land on your hotel's website, what percentage of them actually go all the way and make a booking? That one number tells you almost everything you need to know about how effective your website really is.
And if that conversion rate is low,
Well, it's like you're pouring water into a bucket full of holes. You can spend a fortune on ads, right? Driving all this traffic to your site. But if the website itself is a bad experience, maybe it's confusing, it doesn't work on a phone, or the booking process is a nightmare, all those potential customers you paid to get, they're just going to click away and leave.
So all this analysis we've been talking about, the CAC, the conversion rates, it's all building towards one final ultimate goal. And that is to completely reframe, to completely change the role of marketing inside the hotel.
And the path to get there is actually pretty clear. Step 1, the owner's rep has to dive in and systematically audit all those marketing reports. Step 2, they have to demand, not ask, but demand to see a clear line connecting every dollar spent to the revenue it brings in. And when you do that, you drive this massive transformation. Marketing stops being a department that just spends money, and it becomes a department that actively, measurably generates profit.
So why does all this matter so much? Because at the end of the day, it's all about protecting the owner's bottom line, their EBITDA. Every single dollar you save on an OTA commission, every dollar you spend more efficiently on your direct marketing, that money flows straight down to profit. This is where having that strategic oversight isn't just a nice to have, it has a massive direct financial impact on the business.
So as you all prepare to move forward in your careers, I want to leave you with this one question to think about. Because this isn't just some textbook theory, this is the reality of managing a hotel today. So ask yourself, how will you, as a future leader in this industry, use data, demand accountability, and make sure that your marketing efforts are never ever just seen as a cost, but are always a powerful and undeniable engine for profit?